on a disk floating through space with a tiny sun.
Hey, I'm FTFE and welcome back to the channel that does to stupidity what not taking hydroxychloroquine will do for the coronavirus. Trump's a fucking idiot. So yeah, we've got a debate tonight with, well, when I say debate, I'm doing it in, you know, these, with RighttheHand, but he's having issues connecting to Zoom of all things. So I may have to bring him in through Discord. Give me 1 second to sort that out. With me, as always, is my partner in crime, the Cream Skeptic, Team Skeptic. How you doing, bud?
Joe, what up? I do want to put out this this notice about hydroxychloroquine. There, you know, as with everything, and this includes chicken skin, this includes meat tubes, this includes dirt outside, bark on trees. Taking that as a preventative for COVID-19 will work until it doesn't. Once it doesn't work, then it doesn't work, you know, like...
there we go. Hello, can you hear me?
Not going to have you...
All right.
Hydroxychloroquine
Just
is
wait
not
there
going
for
to
1
keep
minute.
you from getting...
Sorry, team, you got interrupted. Finish what you're saying, team.
I forgot, man. Go ahead, Dan.
Right, okay, let me just get rid of this. All right, so yeah, we're going to have a debate tonight. There's a strict format, and Wrong the Foot has been told about the format. 10 minutes to present. Oh God, I'll mute you whilst we're waiting because you're making a lot of unnecessary noise.
Yeah, you should probably mute people when they come in until you're ready to bring them in, so that way you can make sure their audio is not all jacked up.
Should be muting his audio, but it's not doing it. Oh well, I can do it in here. Anyway, so yeah, we are going to have a debate with RighttheHand. I've told him about the format. 10 minutes to present evidence. Then I've got 10 minutes to present evidence, and then 10 minutes to rebut my evidence. You know, it's a strict standard format. And RighttheHand's been informed about that, and we're going to let him start with evidence that he's got that's positive evidence of the Earth being flat. Now, I know he has a lot of issues with the word evidence, but frankly, I don't really care because I don't. That's more of a him problem than a me problem. Right, what should we call you, RighttheHand?
I mean, RighttheHand's fine.
Cool. I'll
Right, call me right if you want.
I'll call you left or wrong. That'll do. More normal. I'll call you left.
Oh yeah, you reversed everything anyway, so why not?
Yeah. So we're going to start with you having 10 minutes to present evidence. Team is here to help keep everything on track. That 10 minutes of presenting evidence will be uninterrupted. So you're clear to say whatever you want. Don't be hateful or try to get my channel taken off because I'll just boot you. So over to you. Give us 10 minutes evidence, Wrong the Foot, of why the Earth is flat.
All right, well, when we're talking, this is the conversation that Craig doesn't want to have is evidence. What is evidence? So when you talk evidence, it's a courtroom term. So in the courtroom, you would have physical evidence, like a bloody knife or, you know, the bat that killed somebody. Then you can also have circumstantial evidence, right, which is like an eyewitness testimony or something along those lines. So evidence comes in many different degrees. Now, I believe the highest standard of evidence is an observation in reality. Now, when you make this observation in reality, that's the highest standard of evidence. Now, if Craig, you know, we'll get to it later, but if he wants to agree to that, then, you know, that's fine. Like MC Toon agreed to an observation in reality being the highest standard of evidence that he can think of. So now Craig will admit that through this highest standard of evidence, the observation by the person, which, you know, if he wants to say a higher one, feel free. But through this, what we observe as the highest standard of evidence, we observe a mostly flat plane, right? So that's now he will admit this and he will say, well, yes, I too see the evidence of a flat plane, but then he'll add a but, and he goes, but that's because the Earth is such a big ball. Now, when he says because the Earth is such a big ball, that's not any actual evidence. He didn't present anything. He's commenting on what the evidence is. Now, and this is why this is very important to discuss what evidence is. Now, the evidence is the Earth appearing flat. That is the evidence. Okay, now if we were in a court, right, that's what would be presented, the Earth being flat. Now, the defendant, Craig, would be like, yes, I admit the Earth does appear flat, but it only appears that way because I believe the Earth is such a big ball. Now, that is not evidence. That's a belief. That's his own personal opinion on the evidence that has been provided, that the evidence is the observation of the Earth as a flat plane oriented as such. Now, the only thing he'll be able to do is tell you what he believes. He's like, I believe the Earth is a ball, and I believe that that ball is so big, and that's why it looks flat. So his entire argument of why the Earth is a ball is because it looks flat. And that flatness is because the Earth is such a big ball. Now, that in a courtroom would be ridiculous. Now, we could keep going. I'm sure I still got time. That was only like 5 minutes.
Yeah, you've had 4 minutes, and you know.
What's that?
You've had 4 minutes, just so you know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, 4 minutes. Okay. So now the next thing he'll do is, if we're in a court of law, we would see the sun moving. Right now, the sun is moving. Now, that's the evidence. The evidence is when all of us are standing still, we can see the sun move. That's the evidence. Now, he will tell you he believes the sun moves because it's the Earth spinning. That's not the evidence. That's his personal beliefs, right? He believes sun movement equals Earth movement, right? That's how Craig turns what he sees, which is the sun moving on a flat plane, a mostly flat stationary plane, into a spinning ball, right? Now, we can prove all of these things empirically with my evidence, which is that level is a horizontal plane. Now, we make this horizontal plane with a water level. Now, Craig's going to run into a problem when he says that, well, water curves. Now, I could almost agree with you if you can demonstrate water curving against a horizontal. Now, you can't say something is curving if you don't have the flat, straight horizontal to compare it to. So Craig will say that water curves, but we're using water to establish the horizontal in which we use to define the curve against. So Craig doesn't want to talk about what evidence is so that he can turn a moving sun into a moving Earth. And even when he does talk about evidence, he's going to have to say that a straight line curves. And that he proved the Earth is a ball because he operated a diesel submarine and it used X amount of diesel fluid, even though diesels can't operate under the water. So, Craig, yeah, I mean, I guess you can respond to the rest of that with I didn't present any evidence, and tell me the format again, and then you can show your Bible. There's his Bible. He just showed us a Bible. Very good, Craig. Christians have their book, and your religious people have your book. So
you've
yeah,
still got another 2 minutes if you'd like to present any evidence.
I did present evidence.
Okay, I
Yes,
must have missed
said level.
that. I must
Yeah,
have missed that.
I
Sorry.
did.
Obviously, wonderful. I mean, I'm going to have a hard time debunking that when it's my turn to show, to debunk the evidence
Diesel
there.
working underwater.
Apparently, there wasn't any
No.
diesel submarines team.
Jesus Christ.
Diesels can't work underwater, guys.
Yeah, internal combustion engines run very well underwater. Yeah, because they need air to go in. But yeah, I'm sure they have you run compressors.
How did they power the submarines before nuclear power?
Okay, Craig, man. Yeah, hey, diesel, go work your diesel
really
underwater, bro. But that you're not addressing level as horizontal. You're not addressing standard of evidence.
Make a good point.
And you didn't address any of my claims. So
point.
I mean, if this is where you want to go, I mean, fine, that's okay. I mean, everybody sees it. They see that you didn't address anything I just said.
If engines can't work underwater, then people can't breathe underwater, right? So anybody that's been on a submarine,
bro,
should be
that's
dead
okay. I'm just saying.
by
He
the
used
simple fact of that.
how much
No. You made a good point, right?
Fuel
Hold on. No, you
to
said
prove the Earth is a
diesel
ball.
engines can't fucking work underwater. Well, people can't breathe underwater either. So I guess because they go down in submarines, it must all be a lie because people would just die from drowning, right?
Yeah, probably. If
Probably,
that's
yeah,
your proof
okay.
the Earth is a ball,
Fucking
okay,
dumbass.
go with that. That works for me.
You're fucking stupid.
Oh, yes, he is.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
very good argument. Very good. Call me stupid. That's a very good argument. Very articulate. You're very smart.
That's
You
not
should
the
take an
answer
IQ
to
test.
the
I bet you'll
argument.
get
No,
double
hold on.
digits.
If you think that me calling you stupid is the answer to your argument, you're sorely mistaken. I'm making an
okay.
objective
Well, then
observation here.
You're making
The
an
objective
ad hoc?
observation is you're an objectively stupid.
Oh. How can you observe
You said
stupidity?
diesel
What
engines
did you
don't
observe
work
right there?
underwater.
Oh, we just
right?
listened to you.
You're not,
Diesel
you still
engines
haven't
don't
addressed the
work.
claim.
You
I'm
said
waiting for you to
internal
address anything
combustion
that I
can't.
said instead of just calling
Are
me
you
stupid.
saying why can't? Tell me something. Why can't internal combustion?
No,
work underwater?
that was
just
okay.
answer
Look,
that.
we're talking about
Answer the
level being
question.
horizontal,
Why can't it
and
work?
you're going away from the Earth.
No.
So do you not
You
want
said
to
the
talk about
stupid
level being
shit.
horizontal?
No, you said I'm simply
Okay, you
making
don't.
pointing
So you
out why
don't
I
want to
think
talk
you're
about my
stupid.
evidence that the Earth is
No.
flat. I understand.
I don't give a
I
shit
wouldn't
about
want
your
to.
evidence right now.
If somebody
I'm the one
came in and could
debating.
prove everything I
simply
believe to be
making a
wrong,
fucking
I wouldn't want to
objective
talk about it
statement.
either.
Listen,
So I can understand how
I don't
you
give a
wanna
shit
talk
right now about the
level being
hey, the shape of the Earth doesn't mean shit to me right now. What I'm saying is you just said a dumbass comment, and then you tried to double down on your dumbass comment
the
by
flat Earth.
saying
I understand.
internal combustion
I
doesn't
understand.
work.
It's okay.
No, and you said internal
I
combustion
understand.
doesn't work
Yes, you're
underwater.
right.
Why?
Okay.
Explain
This is
that.
how-
No,
see?
explain that.
Okay, so
you
you're
don't
not
have an
gonna talk about
explanation?
level
Is that
being
what you're
horizontal.
saying? You don't have an explanation, or
I'm
is that what
talking
you're
level.
saying?
I said level is horizontal.
You brought up fucking diesel combustion engines not firing underwater. I'd like you to please
I also brought
explain
up level
how
being
smart you
horizontal.
are.
And the Earth has
I'll
water,
let
which is
Fight take that
horizontal, so
one.
why are
Fight
we
can
talking
take
about
that one.
Okay.
Let's start with the fucking
Okay, so
simple
you
shit,
can't-
okay?
so you're
Like
saying you
you
can't
said
handle
diesel.
levels
You said
horizontal. You
you
admit
brought
you
up.
can't handle
No,
that.
I'll let Fight.
Do you
No,
admit you
Fight can
can't
take that.
handle levels
I'm trying to.
horizontal?
Okay, so
So you wanna
you're
talk about
just
something
basically.
that has nothing to do with Earth. I understand.
Fight. Hey, hold on.
I'm
Hey,
sorry.
right the hand. Answer me this question. Did you say that diesel engines don't work
Level is
underwater?
horizontal? Yes, I did say level is horizontal. You're right.
Did you
I
say
level
diesel
is
engines
horizontal.
don't work
Now, do you want to
underwater?
address level is horizontal?
He
That was
doesn't
my
even
evidence. You
understand
asked me here to
basic
present
English.
evidence.
Why do we have this
I
guy on?
presented evidence that
Why do
level
we
is
have this guy
horizontal.
on? He
to
doesn't
troll
understand even
him.
basic
Right.
fucking English.
Right hand, you're muted
God
now.
damn.
So I'm going to present my evidence, which you have to refute. And my evidence is going to start with the old classic, the wonderful evidence from our good friend Bob.
If the Earth is spinning at one
he's a
rotation every
dumbass.
24 hours, that means that
He is.
every hour it has to turn 15 degrees. And if the gyroscope is mounted anywhere on Earth, it's going to drift. In today's 21st century navigation systems, they're using what's called a ring laser gyroscope. It is extremely precise. If we could simply get one of these ring laser gyroscopes, we would be able to prove once and for all that there is no rotation to the Earth. One of the people in the community actually purchased one for $20,000. But what we found is when we turned on that gyroscope, we found that we were picking up a drift, a 15-degree-per-hour drift.
So,
If the Earth is spinning at one-
shush, Bob, you can stop now. So, we absolutely do see the sun moving in the sky. But the hypothesis from that I can gather, based on other evidence, is that it's not the sun that's actually moving, because many things don't make sense with that. So experiments were done to test if we were moving, and when all the testing is done, it does appear that it's the Earth that is rotating. Every interferometric fiber optic gyroscope in the world picks up a 15-degree rotation in 3 axes and a 1 degree a day drift around the center of our solar system, the sun. So there is no evidence that it is the sun that is moving. There is evidence that we are rotating, evidence that is backing up my point, not just saying something. There is lots more evidence that we are the thing that is rotating. The fact that gyroscopes drift with a different drift depending on your latitude as predicted by the globe model. The fact that there is a Coriolis force that causes things to deflect based on conservation of momentum. There has been experiments done with superphase fluid to show that we are the thing that is rotating and not the sky. There is no way something like superphase fluid or an interferometric gyroscope could pick up the movement of the sky. So the only conclusion you can draw from that is that the Earth is rotating. That is what evidence is. A courtroom would ask you to expand on the evidence that you have presented and explain why it is evidence for your case, as I have just done. The Earth is rotating. The evidence is it has been measured several times. If you go to mctoon.net/spin, there is a list of many experiments showing the rotation of the Earth. Second evidence that I'm going to present is another classic from another good friend of ours, and his name's Geocentrism. Oh, and that's muted.
Interesting. If you're seeing through this hole, through the next hole, and seeing the light at the backboard, or at 17 feet off the water, the Earth is flat. If he's holding it up at 23 feet high and we're seeing the light, well, that's because the Earth's curved. So I should only be able to see it when it's at 17 feet. Okay, go ahead and drive down there, Enrique. You're going to hold the light there. Enrique, how high is your light?
17 feet.
I mean, it's as, we don't see you, Enrique. Lift up your light way above your head. Interesting. Interesting.
Funny that even a flat earther saw that there's some curve. But of course, there's many other examples of curve. And one that I like to show is one that actually flat earthers have used quite a lot. And that was the good old dog cam flight. Now, the interesting thing about the dog cam flight was that it contained two cameras. One had a wide-angle lens for the view, and one was a camera that did not have any lens distortion. And you can tell when there's lens distortion because as the what you're looking at passes the center line, you would have it go convex and concave. It would change. However, when you look at the two cameras that are on the dog cam, the one on the right does indeed appear to go convex and concave. This is a wide-angle fisheye lens for the view. And yeah, at times the Earth looks concave, at times it looks flat, at times it looks convex because of the lens distortion. Look at the thing holding out that thing in front of it. You can see that that is clearly warped, showing that there is lens distortion. Okay. However, if you show the other camera, which did not have lens distortion, and they've handily compressed it on the right there to exacerbate the curve, no matter how many times it passes the center point, the horizon goes up and down, it always stays the way that we expect it to. It's always convex, not concave or flat. No matter how many times it passes the center point, that curve remains, because this is an accurate representation. We're using a camera that does not have a lens distortion. The Earth is not flat. My evidence is measurements of the rotation, showing that it is not other things in the sky are moving, it is us that is rotating, and the fact that the curve has been measured. You can check out a bunch of measurements at mctoon.net/r. One I like to use is the transcontinental triangulation of the American arc of the parallel, and the fact that we can quite easily observe the curve using the correct equipment. The calculated horizon exactly as it's supposed to be. The Earth is not flat. All right, I'm going to unmute RighttheHand. So what happens now, RighttheHand, is you get the opportunity to debunk the evidence that I have just presented.
Oh, well, that's going to be easy because you presented videos. So now what you make fun of, I'm not a flat earther. Now you like to make fun of flat earthers by going, it looks flat, therefore it's flat. And you go, you can't look at it being flat. You have to take measurements. But all you just did was look at it. You just looked at it and said, well, it looks curved through the lens of the dog cam, so I think it's curved.
I also cited measurements that you can go and check.
Okay. So the cited measurement, right? Would you agree that in order to say that something is curved, you have to compare it against something that is straight?
Or you can just measure it and see what the data points give you.
Well, okay, how do you measure if something is curved without knowing what is straight?
Do you know how geodetic surveyors work? Because that's what you're debunking here, is the fact that it's been measured by geodetic surveyors.
Well, are you a geodetic surveyor?
No, but I've spoken to many. In fact, I
Oh,
speak
okay,
I
so
speak
you
to
haven't
one
measured it.
every day.
So you believe something you were told, right?
No, I don't need to believe anything.
You're not a
I've
surveyor.
seen physical measurements of it.
What have you've seen? What have you seen?
I've seen Jesse Kozlowski's website that shows the physical measurements that he made.
Oh, so you saw a so you didn't see the real world. You saw a website.
No, I don't happen to have any geodetic surveying equipment, so
Okay,
I'm not a geodetic
so then
surveyor.
you're just asserting something that. So you're asserting what geodetic surveyors do when you're not one. You're just parroting.
I've been told by geodetic surveyors how it works. So I'm still waiting for you to debunk my evidence. I don't believe anything.
Okay,
I
yeah,
go
well,
with facts.
Now the thing is, you're saying it's curved. Now the whole thing is, before you can say something is
I didn't
curved,
say
you
anything.
have
I
to
showed
establish
evidence.
a horizontal. Okay. Yeah. Now, can we establish a horizontal?
Many
As
times,
humans,
yes.
can we do that?
I'm still waiting
Okay,
for you to
now, would we
debunk that
use-
evidence that,
Okay, yeah,
that
okay.
I brought up.
So would we use a water level? We would use a water level to.
Yeah, I didn't
establish
talk about a water level. I'm waiting for you to debunk the evidence
Well,
that I
okay,
brought up.
well, but I am, and this is.
No,
debunking
but that's not how this
argument.
works. Right hand, that's not how this works. This point is for you to debunk the evidence that I brought up,
Yeah, I
not
am.
talk about things
I
that I
am.
didn't. I didn't mention a water
I am.
level, therefore you do not talk about
Yeah.
water levels.
You mentioned Earth curve. You mentioned the Earth is curved. Now I'm saying we can't know if the Earth is curved unless we compare it to a horizontal, right?
No, we've measured it and seen it's curved. Please go
Okay,
and...
but how would- okay,
no,
but you can't-
don't
okay.
straw man. I
How
didn't
do you
mention
know
any of
something-
that.
okay,
You
fine,
need to
I gotta-
refute the
How do you know
measurements.
something is curved if you don't compare it against something that is horizontal?
You measure it.
Okay, so but what do you?
That's
you're
one of the
measuring,
dumbest
when
things
you
I've
say
ever
measure
heard a
it,
flat
how do you
Oh, I'm not
measure it?
surprised. This guy's thick as shit.
Okay, hold on. You said so when you showed me a video. You showed me a video of Bob. Is that a measurement of the curve?
No, in case you were not
Okay,
paying
okay,
attention,
so
it
then what
was
your
a measurement of
the curve? 'Cause
rotation.
I must have missed it. What?
I told you the transcontinental triangulation of the American arc of the parallel.
No, the what? Say that slower.
The
in English.
I'm sorry that big words confuse you so much. The transcontinental
Yes, you gotta explain it to
triangulation
him like
of
he's
the
five.
American arc of the parallel.
Okay, so the American arc of the parallel. What is that? Is that stars?
Do you know what a parallel is?
You
Two lines that
are
don't.
fucking
Two horizontal
stupid.
lines that don't touch. Would you agree?
So, do you think geodetic surveyors measure using
Would you,
the
hold on,
stars?
would you agree that a parallel is two horizontal lines that don't touch?
No.
Okay, so then what is a parallel? So
Okay.
parallel lines touch, is that what you're telling me?
All right. When we're talking about the Earth, do you know what a parallel is?
No, we're not talking
Okay,
about the Earth.
first off,
Yes,
a
we are.
parallel. Hold on.
Geometry
A
term.
parallel. Listen, a parallel is a noun. Parallel is
Okay,
an,
we're getting in-
an
you're talking
adjective,
geometry,
okay?
right? We're talking lines. Are you talking?
No, we're talking now
geometric
basic
lines
fucking
and
English. No, we're
geometric,
talking
like
basic
parallel
fucking
lines,
English.
right?
You don't say something
You said
is
the parallel.
a
You
happy,
brought this phrase
you know,
up. Now,
or
we-
a
Yes.
red.
We have to talk about
I didn't-
what
You're
parallel
fucking
is.
stupid.
If you're saying,
Right.
if you're going to say that parallel is an X, we're not on the same page. So
It's not my
parallel
fault that you
lines,
don't understand
horizontal.
English. The American arc
but
of
you-
the parallel is talking about a specific position on Earth.
Okay, so your proof that the Earth is a ball is a specific position on Earth.
No, it's the measurement of that specific position
Okay, how do you measure a specific position on Earth?
using geodetic surveying methods.
Okay, so somebody is standing in a spot on Earth. How do you measure where they're standing?
Using geodetic surveying methods.
Okay, how would they do that? How would they do that?
You-
You're not a geodetic surveyor, so you said that. So how would you know how they do that?
They measure.
Okay, are we really going to go down this? Are we really
but
going to
he's
go
just-
down
all
this
he's
line
doing
where
is
he's
saying
not a
measure it,
geodetic
but when I
surveyor?
say, how do
Okay,
you do
so
that,
what's
he
your
doesn't
proof
know.
of? Okay, so what's your evidence that the Earth is flat? Are you going to say, "Oh, I went out and looked at it"?
Okay,
Oh, are you
my
okay?
evidence
Are
is
you a
flat is that
physicist? And
the
are
level
you
is
a
horizontal.
physicist that's fucking
Water
like
establishes a
extremely
horizontal.
experienced
Now,
in
once
dealing
you-
with
hang on, let me
electromagnetic
this
waves?
out. Let me-
Are you an
so once
optometrist
you've-
that can properly explain how the eye collects the photon? Are you a neurologist that can tell us how the brain reduces it from the eye to the brain to an image that you can understand? Are you prepared to explain all that? No? Well, then why the fuck are you using it as evidence there? Yeah, shut the fuck up. You don't know what the fuck you're talking
so
about.
let me
You're fucking
clarify.
stupid.
I'm using
Left the
horizontal.
foot. Let me clarify. Your refutation of me citing measurements is that you don't understand geodetic surveying.
No,
Is
you
that
didn't.
correct?
No, okay, but you're not a geodetic surveyor.
No, I don't need to
So
be.
you're saying they measure it, but I
Yes.
asked you how they measure it, and you can't tell me. You
Using
just said they
geodetic
do.
surveying methods.
But you're not a. What does that mean? Tell me what they do to measure.
Do you know what a theodolite is? Do you know what a theodolite is? Do you know what a theodolite is? Do you know what a theodolite is?
Yes, it's a scope with a level on it.
Okay, and what do you think you could do with multiple theodolites?
Well, what can I do with a scope? You can look through it.
Yeah, so maybe they're looking through scopes and citing certain things and measuring triangles. Now, if you were well, you can measure angles. Actually, that's a very dumb thing to say.
Can you measure a distance optically without any sort of
they're measuring angles.
50 feet.
They're measuring angles.
Okay, but an angle's not like an actual thing, right?
An angle's not an actual thing. Look, we understand that you don't get how surveying works.
Can you show me an angle?
So, what would happen?
Can you show me an angle?
That's an angle.
No, you're showing me your fingers.
No,
and a space in between
that's
them.
an angle. Yeah,
so
well done. The space in between is the angle. Well done. Do you need any more third grade math lessons? Do you need any more third grade math lessons?
The space in between objects is an angle?
Right, so what we're saying is you can't refute the geodetic surveying. So let's move on to the fact that the curve has been the rotation's been measured.
Wait, you're saying, but no, when you
we're moving on because you failed to you failed to address it. No, I'll mute you if you don't carry on. Right, we'll get to you failed to refute the fact that the Earth has been measured. You've just said I don't understand geodetic surveying, and and angles aren't a real thing. Yes, you did, and then you said angles aren't a real thing. That is a big fail. So we're going to say you've lost that part, and we're going to move on to you trying to refute the fact that the rotation's also been measured. Off you go.
Okay, so
you've got 3 minutes left of your refutation time.
Okay, you said angles. So you don't want to talk about your angles.
So no, sorry, you've lost that bit. We're moving on to rotation
so you don't want to
now.
talk about your angles. You don't want to talk about the space in between your fingers.
You've lost that point. We're moving on to rotation now.
No, you said that an angle is the space in between your fingers.
No, do you not want to do that either? Cool, no worries.
Do you want to leave it at
you
an
know
angle
what?
is the space in between your fingers?
You know what? We'll move on to my refuting your evidence, if you like.
Are you okay with leaving?
All right, yeah, no worries. I'll just mute you then. Right, so I'm going to refute RighttheHand's evidence because.
Well, hold on. We need to make sure that with any evidence that he has presented, that he is an actual professional in that field that he's presenting the evidence in. If he's going to hold you to those standards, then we're going to hold him to those standards.
Yeah.
If you can't present evidence that professional surveyors have put out, then he can't present any evidence that he's not a professional in that field for. I'm holding him to that. Since he holds you to that, we're holding him to that. Fuck this fucking giving him special fucking special rules that he can have where he holds us to a different one. Fuck that.
No, I did,
Yeah,
and you failed to refute it.
So I didn't bring it up. I didn't bring up geodesic. So that was your claim. So
yeah, and you failed to refute it.
Doesn't matter. What did you bring up? What did you bring up? What did you bring up? What did you bring up?
With you throwing out
So,
anybody's claim who isn't a geodetic surveyor.
Can we?
Therefore, let's throw out Craig's claim because he's not a geodetic
Can
surveyor.
we go with? Can you remind me what your evidence was?
Yeah. Well, yours was just thrown out by.
No. We're going to ask you what your evidence was.
What's your evidence?
I forgot what your evidence was. So if you could just remind us what your evidence was.
Okay. My evidence is that horizontal is level and level is established.
Wait. Time out. Hold on. Do you have a degree in geometry?
You don't need.
Do you have a mathematics degree? Hold on. Shut up. Yes or no? Yes or no? Do you have a degree in mathematics? No? Well, then you are not allowed to be talking about parallel, horizontal. No, shut up. You're not allowed to talk about parallel. No, shut up. No, because you're not going to pull this bullshit. I'm not.
What's wrong with you? Why are you just going no? It's okay. Do you need a degree to establish a horizontal?
Team, you're breaking up there.
You allow Craig to. Yeah, it's because my computer's crashed and I have to restart it.
Do you need a degree to establish a horizontal?
Do you need a degree? Do you need a degree to understand what a geodesic surveyor is doing?
No, to establish a horizontal.
No, do you need a degree? Does Craig need a degree to understand? Does Craig need a degree to understand what geodetic surveying is? Does he need a degree?
But that's not what I'm asking. I'm asking you, do you need a degree to establish a horizontal?
what I'm asking. You do not have a fucking mathematics degree. You are not in a position by your own way you establish who is allowed to present things and who is not allowed to present things. You are not allowed to present anything that has to do with mathematics unless you have a degree in math. That's what your standard.
I'm not bringing up math. I'm just saying, can you establish a horizontal without a piece of paper as a degree?
So again, what was your evidence that level is horizontal? Well,
first,
Craig, I'm restarting my computer. I'll be right back.
I'm asking a question. You guys are very smart.
No, you don't. This isn't the point where we get to ask questions. This is the time where I get to refute the evidence that you brought up in your 10 minutes, and I'm just trying to remember what that was. So level is horizontal.
No, level is horizontal.
Right, okay, well that's incorrect.
Do you need a degree to establish a horizontal?
So this is where you stop talking and I refute what you were saying. So no, according to Merriam-Webster dictionary, level is defined as conforming to the curvature of the liquid parts of Earth's surface. That is the dictionary definition of what the word. No, this isn't the time that you get to refute. This is where I'm refuting you. No, I'm just going to mute you then if you don't know how this works. So the dictionary definition of the word level is conforming to the curvature of the liquid parts of Earth's surface. When you look at anything to do with the Earth, so any kind of surveying or anything like that, when the term level is actually referred to in surveying manuals, the true level is called the curvature of the Earth. So level is a horizontal, no, not according to all the definitions that there is. What was the other thing you brought up? You said the sun moves in the sky. Yeah, well, that is not any evidence that the Earth is flat, because if the Earth was flat and the sun was moving in the sky, the angular size would change. It does not. Therefore, that evidence refuted. See, that's how you refute something. So, no, that's actually another point to me. I think it's 3-0 right now, RighttheHand. You're not doing very well. I thought you said you were prepared.
Okay, so so when you say the sun does this, therefore the Earth can't be flat, I win. I've
got evidence of that. I've got evidence of that.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so this was your evidence. You said I see the sun move and it doesn't change in angular size, therefore the Earth can't be flat. So your evidence was not that the sun was moving, but that you believed it didn't change.
No, I don't believe anything. I've got 100% proof that it does not change in angular size.
Your belief is that the Earth can't be flat because of that. That's your belief.
Because it's not a belief, it is a fact that if the Earth was,
did you see it? Did you observe the Earth as not being flat because the sun moves away, or did you only observe
if the Earth was flat and the Earth was small and local, it would change.
This is your belief.
No, that's not how it works. That's how you form hype. That's how you form. No, you don't get to talk over me and RighttheHand. I will mute you every time you do that. That is not how you do things. You form hypotheses by using if statements. So if the Earth is flat, then we could expect A to happen, or we could expect B to happen. Then you test to see if that happens. All right. Every time you ever talk me RighttheHand, I will mute you. Do not act like a little child, or you'll be treated like a little child. Is that clear?
Oh, you talk when I talk. It's hard to know when. It's hard to stop when you're
talking.
Well,
the conversations happen when one person stops talking, then the other person starts. It's not when you use the beginning of your sentence to interrupt the middle of mine. I know that basic comprehension of the world is very hard for a fucking retard like you, but do try and pay attention. So, if the Earth was flat, then one of the things we could expect to happen. Yeah, team, thank you very much. You're back. Yeah, one of the things we could expect to happen with the sun, if it was small and local, moving away and towards you, physics says, and the law of angular perspective, alpha equals 2 times the arctan of g over 2r, dictates that the sun would change in angular size. This does not happen, therefore the sun moving in the sky cannot be evidence that the Earth is flat, unless everybody in the Earth has their own individual suns.
Okay, so let's go slow. Okay, so do you agree we see the sun move?
We do appear to, yes.
Okay, so do you agree that it doesn't change in angular size? Because that's what we see, right?
It definitely does not change in angular size, no.
Okay, I agree, because I see the same thing. We're seeing the same thing. Now, we agree we see the same thing, right?
Yes.
Now, you believe. Now,
no,
you
I don't.
Believe
no, you don't get to strawman me. You don't say I believe because I don't believe anything.
Okay, so then, okay. Let me take back.
I say it is evidence for.
Okay, so the sun moving is evidence that the sun moves?
Sorry?
Is that what you're saying?
Say that again?
You said we agree the sun moves, right?
No, I said the sun appears to move in the sky.
Okay, it appears. So so you agree that we see the sun to apparently move?
Yes.
Okay, that's what we see. I agree. Now you're saying
Question.
You're
Are
saying
you an astronomer?
believe that can only happen with
Team's asking you a question, Kyle.
Yeah, I've asked you a question. Are you an astronomer?
Okay, but we're just talking about like watching the sun.
No. Hold on. I'm asking you a question.
Okay,
Are you an astronomer?
Yeah.
Do you study astronomical objects? Do you have a degree in astronomy?
So we see
then
the
you
sun
shouldn't be
move,
talking
right?
about this.
The
Then you're
sun
not
is
allowed to
apparently
talk about this. You're not allowed
That's
to
the
present this evidence
Would you say
right
it's an
then.
empirical evidence that the sun appears to move?
I'm not an astronomer. According to your standards, I would have no idea.
So you can't tell me if you see the sun move or not because you're not an
Hey,
astronomer.
I'm not an astronomer. According to
then
your
you should stay out of
standards,
this
I have
conversation.
no
Since
idea.
you're unqualified.
No,
Okay, so Craig,
you're not an
so,
astronomer either, so you shouldn't provide
appears
this
to move. Let me
evidence.
see that.
Please don't provide
Skeptic,
evidence. You're
he's
not
he
prepared
doesn't know what he's talking about.
to
He's
back
not
up with an
astronomer, so he's
education.
sliced it. So you agree that
Yeah, now you're starting to see how stupid that position is, aren't you? Now you're starting to
You're
see
right.
the ridiculousness of your fucking position, aren't you?
No,
Right.
Hold on, I'm just asking.
Say
I'm
yes.
asking Craig.
Say yes. Answer the fucking
Craig,
question.
You agree we
Answer
see the
my
sun
fucking
to apparently
question.
move?
Answer Team's question first.
Okay, but
Do you
Well, he's
now
not-
see the
he's not an astronomer,
ridiculousness?
so he doesn't know
Do
anything
you
either.
now see the ridiculousness of your fucking standards held on Craig? Yes,
look,
you do.
I'm trying
You
to
are a
establish
fucking
if we see
hypocrite.
the sun move, if the sun appears to move or not.
No,
asking
you're
me
not
that.
an astronomer.
You make it
You're
seem
not
like
an
you need a
astronomer.
degree.
You're not an
You make it
astronomer.
seem like you
He
need a
cannot
degree to
use.
look at the sun move
Listen,
across
he
the sky.
cannot
Is
use.
that-
He
is
cannot
that your
use
argument?
geodetic surveying.
Like, I
No,
can't observe
listen.
the
You
sun
said he
without a
cannot
degree?
use. Mute him for a second so he
Yeah.
can fucking hear me. He said that you told Craig that he could not use geodesic surveying evidence because he's not a fucking geodesic surveyor. You said that.
Yeah,
You
whoa,
cannot
whoa.
use evidence of
You
the
don't-
sun because you are not a fucking astronomer. Bottom line. Either
at
you
the sun,
realize
bro.
the
You don't need a
ridiculousness
degree to look
of
at the
your
sun.
fucking standards. Hey, you're not an astronomer. What are you
The
doing?
sun. Craig,
You're
tell
just
Craig.
looking at the sun. You're just looking at the sun, right? You're not an astronomer. How do you know what you're even looking at?
Bro, look at Craig. He's half retarded. He
Okay,
can look at the
so
sun.
the bottom
He doesn't
line
need a
is
degree. Come on,
admit that
this is ridiculous.
your standards
This is
are
ridiculous.
ridiculous
Craig
and stop
doesn't even have
holding
two
him
functioning eyes and
to
he can look
different
at the sun.
standards.
Why do you need a degree? Come on. He wears glasses and he can look at the sun. You don't need a degree to
Yeah,
look at
he
the
can
sun.
also.
Skeptic.
Hey,
Come on,
you know
you're just-
what?
you're being
He can
crazy.
also fucking
Are
look
you on
out and
meth?
see fucking ships going
Are
over
you on drugs,
horizon.
bro?
Yeah.
You should try weed. It's so much better.
Is that your
Alright,
fucking
Greg.
response? Is
We
am
see
I
the
on
sun move,
drugs?
right, Greg?
No,
Greg,
I
this
just don't
guy's
have
going
time for
nuts,
your
bro. You're
bullshit.
robbing.
You're not the kind of
I
person
do
that
not
just
have
smoke weed
time
right
for
the
your
hand.
bullshit. I do
Yeah,
not
but
have time for
he's
your
saying you need a
bullshit.
degree to look at the sun. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
because
yo,
you
that's-
said I need a
I
degree to
disagree.
cite
You
a
said-
geodetic surveyor, so...
Yeah,
Well, we're not
exactly.
talking about the sir. We're talking about just looking at the sun now. And now he's like,
Yeah,
oh,
that's
no,
the job
we're
of
not
astronomers.
Going
doing
to
the sun.
hold separate
It
standards
seems like
for
all
you.
he's doing
That's
is saying
what
you need a
we're
degree
not
to do
going to
stuff,
do.
right?
Well, that's what you said to me.
We're not
do
going to
things.
hold separate
Okay, so
standards
Greg,
for you.
Greg, do you think you need a degree to look at the sun and watch it apparently move?
That's
Maybe
not
you
the
disagree
point
with
here.
Team Skeptic.
I'm
know, I
not
mean,
involved
we
in that question. I've told you my position
well,
on the
it's,
sun.
you know,
The sun
you
doesn't
brought it
change
up.
an
I'm
angular
simply
side.
see right
Are you-
hand.
Craig,
Of
are you
course
an
you don't need a
astronomer?
degree to look at the sun, but
Then
you
we
also
have to
don't
throw
need a
away
fucking.
your
you
sun
don't need.
observation too, because you're not.
No, you do not need a degree to look at the sun, just like he does not need a degree to cite geodesic surveying fucking methods. The people that took the survey do have a fucking degree.
No,
they are
but
professional
Craig's not an
surveyors.
astronomer.
That's all he has to
can't look
do.
at the
So
sun.
no, it doesn't fucking matter.
But he's not an,
if
that's
you're
your
going to hold
logic.
him to
I'm using
certain
your
fucking
logic. Craig's not an
standards, then
astronomer.
you're
He
going
can't
to
use
have
the
to
sun.
hold
Okay, well,
yourself
his evidence
to
is
those
thrown
same
out.
standards.
Good job,
Bottom
Team
line.
Skeptic. You just ruined your own dude. You just fucked your
By
own
telling
dude, man.
you that he does not need to be a geodesic surveyor to present geodesic surveying fucking
Craig's
evidence.
not a surveyor.
No, you
and
don't.
Craig doesn't have an
Okay, well then
astrology
you
degree,
need
so
to be
Craig
a
can't
fucking.
do any. He
Then
didn't present any
you
evidence. 'cause he
need
doesn't
to
have
be
any
an
evidence to back it
astronomer.
up.
Okay,
to
okay,
present
right, right.
Astronomical observation.
This is bad.
Okay,
Craig,
right.
what do you have? You don't have degrees.
Kyle, shush. So if you are allowed to talk about looking at the sun, I am allowed to cite geodetic surveyors, okay?
Oh, whoa. I think if I can look at the sun, then you can look at the sun.
No,
right? So
if you're allowed to cite the job of astronomers, then I'm allowed to cite the job of geodetic surveyors, which is measuring the Earth.
No, you're allowed to cite the job of astronomers.
No, I'm allowed.
I'm not giving you more than I got.
No. Astronomers was the thing you brought up.
Be
Astronomers.
fair, Craig, come on.
All right, I'll mute you whilst I explain because you don't know how conversations work. You were the one that brought up looking at the sun and astronomers and stuff. I was the one that brought up geodetic surveyors. So I get to cite that, and you get to cite astronomers and looking at the sun. Now, please continue with your point.
Okay, so now I'm an astronomer. I have the expertise of an astronomer.
We're moving on from that. You're allowed to cite things that astronomers do. I'm allowed to cite things that geodetic surveyors do.
Okay. So now the Earth cannot move because astronomically speaking, right? It
Astronomically.
has to be geocentric. Yeah, it has to be geocentric because
Citation required.
Right? Yeah. Well, look, you can say the Earth is a ball. That's fine. You're the
I know I don't need to say anything.
You're right. But you can't argue
facts
with me.
are facts.
I'm the astronomer, and I say the Earth isn't moving.
Got any evidence of that?
The stars.
Any evidence
of that? But you're not an astronomer. I am.
Have you got any evidence of that?
The stars move. Yes.
Yeah, but the Earth rotates. It's been measured.
No. You're not the astronomer. You don't know why they move. I have the expert about the sky. The sky moves because the sky moves. The Earth is still. It's geocentric. The Earth is geocentric. It's still a ball. I'll give you that, but it's geocentric. So I'm going to win this debate. Sorry, Greg. Gotcha, bitch.
Right. So
you played right into my hands. Bro, so the Earth is geocentric. You proved it's a ball. I proved it's not moving. Right? Good job, Greg.
Right.
So,
like I said, you are allowed to cite astronomers.
Yep, I did, and I cited
no astronomers say that it is geocentric.
You're not an astronomer. You don't know what we do.
Please show me an astronomer.
You're not an astronomer.
No, I didn't say. No, you're not an astronomer.
You gave me the expertise.
No, I said you are allowed to cite. I said you are allowed to cite astronomers. So please show me this astronomer. Please show me this.
You can't refute. I'll show you geocentric recitings. Yes.
Please show me an astronomer.
Yes,
please show me one. Right, go on then.
Geocentric.
Please show me an astronomer that says the Earth is geocentric.
I don't have the. You didn't give me the power to present, but
you can screen share in Zoom. Please present the evidence.
You can go right. Yeah, geocentrism.
No, this is your evidence. Please present me which astronomer right now says the. No, come on, it's your evidence.
Geocentrism.
All right, I'll mute you when I ask you because you don't know how this works. Conversations, right? Your evidence is that astronomers say the Earth is flat and geocentric. Please present evidence to back up that claim. I'm not going to go and look up stuff. This is your claim. So please show me the astronomers that say that the stars are moving and not the Earth.
Yeah, it's called geocentrism. It's what we believed before a couple other guys made up geocentrism.
Please show me evidence of that.
Yeah, who do you want me to show you? Galileo? What do you want? What do you want?
Please show me evidence.
People that believe it's geocentrism?
Please, come on, I'm waiting. It's up to you. I'm waiting for you to give me a citation.
Believe it's geocentric.
I'm waiting for a citation from you.
Okay, when you say citation, you want me to? Here's a citation from the geocentric model. Hang on, I'll give you a citation.
And not the Earth.
In astronomy, the geocentric model, known as geocentrism, often exemplified by the Platonic system, is a superseded description of the universe with Earth at the center.
Yeah, you just said that it's not correct. Do you understand what the word
superseded? No,
yeah, it's been superseded. So you've just cited something that is superseded. So can you cite me a current? Yeah, can you cite me a current astronomer that's reading what astronomy is?
Here it is. Many ancient civilizations, such as those in classic Greece and Ptolemaic Rome, they say that anywhere the Earth, the Sun, Superior revolve around the Earth once per day. So yeah, this has all been established.
Please give me a citation. I'm waiting for one.
I just did. I just showed you.
No, you read something about geocentrism, but you didn't cite me.
Well, that's what a citation is. A citation is me reading something, right?
Can I see like a study that astronomers have done? Can I see any evidence that they've? Can you show me the evidence that these? I'm going to mute you when I'm talking. Can you show me the evidence that these people? Yeah. Cool, I'll get to you in one sec. I need you to actually show me the evidence that confirms what you are saying. Not just saying some people in history once thought that. The thing you cited said the word superseded. So please give me the sources, the citations, the papers that these sources have all gathered. so that we can look at them. You can't just say, well, this person believes that. I want to see the citation. I want to see the source, please.
Okay, but when you say citation, right, you're talking about what somebody else said, and I have to read that, right?
You've got a screen share. You can share with me.
Okay, so here.
Do you not know how Zoom works? I mean, that's a stupid question. You can barely tie your shoelaces, I'm sure. What is your favorite color? What is your favorite flavor of crayon? Is it the purple ones?
Lead.
Okay, but you're what you're doing is, see, it says only the host can share in this meeting, so you don't even know how Zoom works. You're an idiot.
No, you can literally click on screen share and share.
No, I'm literally clicking it, and it says only the host can share in this meeting.
Nope, it says that everyone is allowed to screen share, so...
I'm clicking and it says
You have to
only the
question
host
his
can-
ability to fucking understand what he's reading.
Okay, so look, but here's okay. So you said citate. You wanted me to cite geocentrism. Ancient Greek, ancient Roman, medieval philosophers usually combine geocentric model with a spherical Earth. Okay, so this
Ancient,
with a spherical Earth.
This has been documented. The Aristarchus of Samos.
Right. So
he developed it. So this has all been everything you're asking for. I've given you. Now you're just saying I don't like it. Now, that's not my fault that you don't like geocentrism and that the sky moves and the Earth doesn't. That's not my problem. But
so,
it is cited.
You do know that geocentrism isn't flat Earth, though, right?
Not our fault you don't like education.
Okay,
anyway, team had a question, so
yeah, I have a question. I have a question. If everything in the universe orbits fucking Earth in a geocentric universe, right? Then why do the Galilean moons orbit Jupiter?
Okay, so you understand that things can orbit something while it orbits something, right? So you understand that the moons are orbiting Jupiter while they're orbiting around us. You understand that, right? Because that's the exact same thing you believe in your heliocentric model, that the moon orbits Earth while Earth orbits the sun. You're literally retarded that you can fathom it in your model, but you can't fathom it in the geocentric model.
So let me ask you a question about the geocentric model. Hey, let me ask
you can't explain why.
Let me
you
ask
can't
you
explain why the moons orbit Jupiter instead of
let me ask you a question
Okay.
about the geocentric model. Wrong the foot.
Jupiter doesn't orbit Earth, fat dipshit.
No, not at all.
Fat ass. But
No,
why do?
Me, how does the moon of Jupiter?
All right, yeah, I'm asking you a question now. You're muted, so stop talking and listen to my question. Stop talking. All right, my question is, if the Earth is geocentric, which again doesn't mean flat, it just means Earth's at the center. Why do some planets appear to go backwards all of a sudden and then go forwards again?
They appear to do that. They're not actually doing that. Just that way.
Why do they appear to do that?
You're asking me why?
Yeah.
Well, can't you see it? You see it. So you want my opinion?
No, I want your explanation.
Okay, well, an explanation would be my opinion, right?
No, that's not what an explanation is.
Okay, so then if I explain it, it's the truth?
If you can back up your explanation with verifiable facts, then yes. Please explain the retrograde motion of some of the planets.
Okay, so would you agree we see the retrograde motion?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so that's the facts, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now you want me to explain that?
Yes, that's how these things work.
Okay, so you want my opinion on the facts?
No, that's not what an explanation is. An explanation isn't an opinion.
Okay, so then what is but we already have the facts, the retrograde motion. So what more do you want? My opinion?
Why that retrograde motion happens.
So you want my opinion why it happens?
No, I want you to explain why it happens, not your opinion on why it happens.
If I explain why it happens, then that would be the truth?
If your explanation matches with reality and physics. So, do you have an explanation for the? I'm asking a question. I'm asking. I'm asking a question. Please explain why the retrograde motion of the planets happen. Okay? Don't ask questions about anything else. Just explain why. Come on.
Okay. Give me a little time to speak. So, when you're saying explain why the retrograde happens, now we see this thing in the sky. Now, you're telling me to make up a story why it happens.
No, I'm asking you to explain why it happens. Can you not explain why it happens?
That's what you make up a story why
it happens.
No.
There is an explanation on the heliocentric model as to why it happens. Is there
Which
a
is a
competing?
story that somebody made up.
No, it's not. It's not a story. It is physics and how
So
it works.
every explanation is the truth.
If it is backed up with physics, is there an explanation for it or not? Come on, just make something up if you need to.
Yes. Yeah. Well, okay. Here's the thing. If I said I can explain that
Go on.
rocks fall because the sky.
No,
is
that's
pushing
we're
me
not talking
down,
about. I'm asking you
that's
to
an
explain the
explanation.
retrograde motion of some of the planets in the sky.
Yeah, because it's a magnetic electrical discharge that creates positive and negative. That's how it all works. It's not gravity. It's actually a form of magnetism. So it just works the same.
Oh, okay.
show
Yeah,
me a
that's stupid.
Can you show me a measurement of that?
you
Because
get a
that's the
polar-
dumbest
it's
thing
a
ever.
polarity. Yeah, you see the retrograde motion.
And how
That's
how is that
the
caused by
retrograde
electromagnetism?
Because of the charge change. Like how you have
The
the
charge change. The charge change.
Charge change.
How they repel each other. This is
Charge
what an
change.
explanation. You're asking me to explain a story. This is why you don't understand what an
The
explanation
charge
is.
change.
No, never get it wrong, right the hand. We're just asking you to vocalize your stupidity, and you're doing a hell of a job.
Okay, so can you explain a unicorn, right? A unicorn is a horse.
I don't need
that
to
has
explain
horn
a
on its
unicorn.
head. That's
They
an
don't exist.
Explanation of a unicorn. You see how
No, it's not.
explanations are just stories.
Did you know
That's
that
a part of an explanation. If somebody
No,
asked
it's
you
the
more
whole
questions, you could
explanation.
explain
It's the story you
further.
made up.
If I yeah. But
Well,
if
you
I
can make
said
up
then,
part of the story.
but if I said then,
Yeah,
hold on,
a
no.
unicorn
But if I said
is
then,
bigger
hold
than
on,
horse.
no. Right the hand. Understand what you're doing, okay? You just said, oh, I'm going to describe a unicorn, and then let's say I was a
No, I
person
said,
who's
am I gonna
completely
explain it?
ignorant.
I explained
Hold
what a
on,
unicorn
that's
is.
fine.
I explained to you
But
what a
let's
unicorn
say,
is.
but right the hand. Let's say I'm this person who's never fucking heard or seen or anything a unicorn ever before, but I know what a horse is and I know what a horn is. Now you explained that to me. Now I can visualize, oh, I understand what a unicorn looks like. Where can I
explained
find
it.
these things? Okay, where can I find
You
them now?
understand it because I explained it.
No. But where can I find them? I'm now asking for more information. You've given me a partial explanation.
What do you
Where
want?
can
You
I
want a
find these
physical
unicorns you
unicorn.
speak of?
So you want a physical unicorn.
yeah? Did you know, for
Right.
instance, the unicorn?
Just answer. Tell
is
me
the-
where to find one.
Did you know, for instance, the unicorn is the national animal of Scotland?
You're saying you want the actual unicorn.
Yeah. We would like evidence of this unicorn now.
Okay. So wait, no.
Where can I
Evidence
find
would
one?
be so we're saying that explanation is a story, and then there's the physical object.
No,
Like,
I
you
continue.
agree-
Where do I find unicorns at? Where can I go get one of these unicorns
Okay.
right
In
now?
explanations. In an
The pet
explanation.
store?
In an
The pet
explanation.
store?
That's where it is.
No, can I go get one at the
an
pet store?
explanation. You get one in an explanation.
Why can't I go get one at the pet store? Why can I not go physically
So,
grab a
what I-
unicorn?
So do you understand how an explanation is not empirical now?
No, an explanation can start out as a partial explanation and then be driven forward by further questioning. Like if you asked us, and we said, okay,
So the unicorn's empirical because I explained it, right? Is that your argument?
That's not how this works.
no,
That's
I
not how any
agree.
of this
I
works.
That is how
agree.
this works.
Listen,
No,
I
let me-
agree
let
that
me handle
conceptually
skeptics. Let
speaking,
skeptic can answer
conceptually
this.
speaking,
You're giving me sound
conceptually
bites. This is also
speaking,
not
a
the way to
unicorn
do it.
does exist. Hey, conceptually speaking, a unicorn
Wait,
does
wait,
exist
wait,
because
what
you
do you
can
mean?
think it up, you
So
can
a
draw
unicorn-
it, you can
do we got two
describe
skeptics
it.
saying unicorns exist? Are you giving me more
Do
sound
thoughts
bites?
exist?
Craig,
Do
you
thoughts
agree
exist?
that
Does
unicorns
happiness
exist?
exist? No, hold on. Does
Do you
anxiety
agree with Team
exist?
Septic that
Dude,
unicorns
hold on.
exist?
Does anxiety exist? Yes or no?
No. You can't hold anxiety.
Yes,
It's not
it does.
something that exists. It's a word. It's a
Exactly,
concept.
and that's your
Concepts don't
fucking
exist.
problem. That's your
concepts don't
fucking
exist.
problem
Sand is
because
a
you
concept. It
limit
doesn't
yourself
exist.
to
There's a
that
difference between
description right there.
existence and
That's not how
non-existence.
reality works.
You're trying
though.
to make
but that's not how
concepts
reality
reality.
works.
That's not how
no,
it works.
but that's not how reality
aren't
works.
real.
That is not how reality works.
You're gone, dude. Concepts aren't real. Anxiety's not. You can't hold anxiety. It's not the unicorn.
Okay,
You can
so
explain it,
I guess Can
you
all the
explain
medical
anxiety? Can you explain
yeah,
anxiety?
exactly. I
Which you're
can.
having
It's the
right now 'cause I'm doing
uneasiness,
better than you.
uneasy
Can
feeling
you
that a
explain
person
anxiety?
gets when they're put in a
If you can't
fucking
show it to me,
situation that
so
they're
what's
not
the
comfortable in. That is what anxiety is. It's
And
the feeling that
you can also
get.
go deeper than that. You can say anxiety is actually caused by a lack of serotonin being released in certain situations, which causes your brain to want a particular drug, and that is an uneasy feeling. And that particular drug is serotonin that your brain at that time isn't having. So yeah, so anxiety. Yeah, so anxiety is a physical thing. Anxiety causes
Yes,
that.
serotonin's a physical chemical. Anxiety is the concept unicorn.
No.
Serotonin's the actual chemical. Anxiety is the concept. Right? This is good. You guys are doing
You don't
good.
understand
So-
anything, do
and
you?
The explanation is the concept.
No,
And the actual
no. An
thing
explanation
is
is
the tangible.
presenting back, corroborating evidence to back up
an
what you're
explanation
saying.
is a story.
We know you don't
Yeah,
understand what
it's a
evidence is,
unicorn. You just
right? So
went over
I'd like
it.
I'd like to go
You're
back
not
over what's
stupid.
happened right now. I've asked RighttheHand to present evidence. He went, well, I don't understand what evidence is, and the sun moves in the sky. And now he's trying to argue about what evidence is because he doesn't understand it. It's typical flat Earth, really. It's all they have. I just want to say that we've got Ranty in the chat, and I just want to say thank you to Ranty because that $750 is going to go towards my family having a nice time. If anyone's unsure of what I'm talking about, check out my community post. So RighttheHand, how about this evidence? You got any?
No, we were talking explanations. You switched from evidence to explanation. So
Yeah, because you need to
saying,
explain
I
your
explained the
evidence.
unicorn. Yeah.
Now present evidence of the
I
unicorn
explained the
existing.
unicorn. Yeah, the unicorn. You asked me to explain the retrograde. Now we just got done. Me and team went back and forth, and he said the explanation is just the story you make up. It's not the actual unicorn. So an explanation.
No,
is
he
not
didn't
the
say that.
The unicorn. The empirical.
Have you all of a sudden put your microphone in your ass or something?
I don't know. Maybe
Because it sounds like it's in your ass. I imagine it's a gaping hole.
No, only you would know what a microphone in an asshole sounds like. Right?
Oh, no, you just put it further up there. Team, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just chatting
Alright,
with Ranty. In fact, while he gets his
This has been
while
fun,
he
Greg.
takes his microphone out
I
of
gotta
his
go.
asshole, let me
good stuff.
okay, so yeah, run,
Peace out,
run,
bro.
bitch.
That was good. That was good, Greg.
Are you leaving?
Okay.
So you're leaving whilst you're 4-0 down? Are you not going to try and get some wins?
Got a few women you got to go beat up on.
Yeah. Oh, no,
I mean,
team,
I
come
got-
on. We know what happens when RighttheHand tries to fight a woman. Just look at the screen.
Yeah, and you can
Right.
see what happens when Fight the Flat Earth and Team Skeptic try and debate me.
Yeah, we destroy you and you look like an absolute fool. I mean, what we're seeing on the screen. Yeah.
What was on screen? Yeah, we vocally did what this chick did to
yeah,
you
you
on
just-
screen. We vocally did this to you over the last hour. You are our bitch. Run, bye, have a great life. Go get beat up by another fucking chick, dude. No big deal.
Yeah, show me the explanation.
So you don't have any explanations for anything
I know
or
a
any
chick named
evidence
Mona
or
that'll
anything.
work your ass too. So if you ever find yourself in fucking Texas, I'll grab Mona and put her in a fucking bare knuckle boxing match with you instead of this rolling around on the ground shit. We'll see if you can whoop her ass too.
I just love watching this. I mean, just like look at him trying so hard, and she's just playing with him. Like she's just throwing him down.
The funniest-
Look at her laughing. Look at it. Look like
The funniest thing
pushing her with her
I
feet.
think is these people who think that they're not untrained and can beat them just because they're a woman. I'm
Uh-huh.
sorry, but that woman right there is toying with you.
Dominating
is
him.
Literally
Look at her.
playing with you. Yeah, she's not even fucking trying. Okay.
Like, wait till you
Now,
see
but
this
I
face
wanna
in a
address
sec.
something.
Wait, hold on. I want to
Go
watch
ahead,
this
go
for a
ahead.
sec because this face after the first tap out, but the face that she makes in a second while she's like holding him down, it's just one of my favorite things in the world. I mean, look at her. Look at her laughing right there. And she gets him in a little neck hold. Like he's crying here about how much he's hurting, and she's like, "Oh, this is so much fun." And she puts her leg over, totally pins him, and watch her face now. This is my favorite bit in the world. That look there.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know about fighting and shit, technically the bottom is not where you want to be, you know?
This is the face of a woman fighting RighttheHand. She
Yeah,
looks
so-
like
okay, so I do-
she's doing her shopping list in her head, team.
Yeah, and I wanna address Ranty in the chat because I actually don't have a problem with Ranty.
No, neither do I.
There's
He's
a
just
lot
maybe
of fucking flat
$750
earthers-
richer.
Yeah, there's a lot of flat earthers that I don't fucking enjoy having discussions with, and I don't enjoy even listening to. I disagree with you, Randy. I don't think you're fucking right by the shape of the earth, but no big deal, right? One thing I do respect about Ranty is that he actually tries, okay? A lot of these other people are con men, Ranty, and I truly believe that while I don't think you're right, I think you're actually out there trying to help yourself understand this world better. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? when I
You're
tried
wrong.
to super chat you the other night, super chat you the other night, I was trying to say that I wasn't even being hateful or anything. I was like, hey man, just wanted you to know I don't have a problem with you, and you know, here's the. It was just $5. It wasn't like some huge.
Yeah,
amount
I was
of
trying
money
to
or
super chat
anything,
you as
but
well.
I was literally trying to just show you support because I think that you are a step ahead of all these other fucking ignorant ass pieces of shit. They're con men. You're actually what would be considered a truther. I don't think you're right. I'm not here to fucking burst up your fucking bubble, blow up your head or your ego or anything like that. But if I'm going to donate to a single flat earther, then the one that I'm going to donate to is you because you actually get out there and make observations. Plus, hey, why not show appreciation to the person whose evidence I've used the most in debates?
Yeah,
you know what I
right.
mean?
Oh, it's
Like,
amazing.
that's how, but Ranty, me, like, and I see that you said you unblocked me, and I appreciate that, but you can't let people do that. Even when I have people who are out there blocking people for no reason, I at least tell them on the side, hey man, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, these people are fucking, whether they agree with me or not, you can't fucking take that, you can't take that away from them. You know, I wasn't in there trolling anybody. I didn't go in there and say anything hateful.
I went in there to
The
troll
only thing
Bob a little
hateful
bit.
Yeah, you could say that I told Bob to debate me, you know. I said, hey, why don't you come on and debate me? He won't debate me. Why won't he debate me, Ranty? Why don't you try to ask yourself that question? Even on your channel, I said I'd come on that day. I said, get Bob on, I'll come on. I would
same
have come
here.
on right then and there.
And the
But
thing
he
is,
won't do it, and you need to ask yourself that.
the thing is, Ranty, you've got Bob as a moderator on your channel, right? And he blocked me, he blocked Team, and he blocked quite a few other people who were actually trying to super chat you. So I know that you've got issues with people not super chatting you. Thanks to one of your moderators, you lost out on maybe $30, $40 directly because of Bob. Because Bob is too afraid to answer questions that we put at him. Because Bob is a fucking con man. Bob has measured the rotation of the Earth. He's not a flat earther. He is a liar. And he's going around, right, Team, at the moment, Bob is going around telling people that, oh, well, when we went up in elevation, the gyro actually measured a faster rotation, right? But I've seen those results, and what he's not neglecting to tell people is that they're talking about the results they gathered whilst they were in the process of changing elevation, which means that the gyro was moving, which means that the gyro was under compression due to a delta of pressure, and it actually says in the manuals for these gyros that that is the results you would probably get. But as soon as Bob was stable in elevation and they once again measured the 15-degree rotation. But Bob won't tell anybody this. He's just telling people that he measured a 26-degree rotation when he was higher in elevation. Because Bob likes to lie to people.
It affects his fucking... It affects his con. You know, that con men specifically cannot exist if they out their own con. That's the thing. It's the long con for him in journalism.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Ranty. You cannot say that it's not about the money when you said this, dude. Come on.
If a radius,
He's in, no, it's not about the money.
he uses
then
the radius.
why did you do
hold on,
this?
before you play that, before you play that, I think what he's saying, let's not strawman him here. I think he's saying that the blocks were not about the money. That him blocking people and having people blocked on his channel was not about the money. Because you had said that, you know, he missed out on about $40 or you know, $30, $40 or whatever.
No, I think he's saying it's not about the money and
know...
super chats in general. I mean, if I'm wrong, Ranty, then let me know. But you can't say that when you say things like this.
Holy shit, guys! We've been going an hour and I've not even had a single super chat. You're having a laugh, aren't you? Like, for real? Seriously? Right, okay, we've got 140 people watching. I decided to have a look at Fight the Flat Earth channel. This is for his last 2 streams that he did, 5 hours. 90 super chats from his supporters, guys. My last show generated $2.99 for 3 hours of content, and I've been doing an hour right now and haven't had another single super chat. And if you're wondering why these Flat Earth channels cannot survive, maybe it's because of this particular reason.
Now, serious talk, Ranty. Do you know how distasteful that was?
Yeah, that you just alienated anybody that might have given money to you, you know? I mean, like, I can understand when you know, you want to bring something to someone's attention, but, dude, that was, and just in my opinion only, Ranty, okay? You might have thought through it and have a more logical reasoning behind it, and I just don't know. But in my opinion, that alienates the people out there that can't afford, especially now when everybody's going through hard times. Like, there's a lot of people out there that are jobless right now. Like, you don't want to push away viewers at any point, Ranty. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, content creator to content creator, I'm on your side, okay? I believe in freedom of speech. I wouldn't want anybody fucking taking your shit down. I wouldn't support shit like that on any content creator, especially you, Ranty. Yeah, especially, yeah, exactly, right? But especially on you, Ranty. I would never want that on you. Now, content creator to content creator, that was a bad move on your end. You should never have done that.
And Team's right. Whether you think that it's because Globers get more support or what, it really doesn't matter. Doing that is a extremely distasteful thing that will not make people want to support you. It is literally seen as you whining. All right, I'm giving you some advice here, Ranty, all right? I think that's fucking humorous that you bring up my super chats and say, oh, look, he's being supported, but I'm not. When you know, in a show a few months ago, I mean, everyone knows about this, you got like, you know, $700-800 fucking dollars off of that guy that apparently was supposed to go to Roxanne, but whatever, Riley's wrong about that. But, you know, you get supported, and that $2 that you made, you should be fucking thankful for that. Right? I don't demand that people super chat me, and I don't complain when they don't. I am beyond fucking grateful for the support that I get, and that's the way you should do it. And if you're not getting super chatted, maybe that means people aren't enjoying your shows, Ranty. All right? It's not because they don't want to. You're still getting 150 to 200 people watching your shows. There's 200 people there that could be super chatting. Be entertaining. You know,
and hey, how about this, Ranty? If you want to come on and just have this conversation, let's just leave the flat earth out of it for 20 minutes, okay? 30 minutes. We won't talk about, you know, the shape of the earth for a few minutes. Let's just talk about, you know, content creation. People out there love it. There's other people that can learn from this conversation. And maybe I can pick up something from you, or Fight can pick up something from you, or you can pick up something from us. But by all means, come on here. We don't have to argue about the shape of the earth to have a productive conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. But whether you think that Flat Earth isn't getting supported or not, it's just not a cool thing to do. And from a content creator point of view, it's you know, it's really uncouth. It made me cringe seeing that the first time. I was like, oh, for fuck, you know, if I was one of your supporters that was thinking of super chatting during that stream, I wouldn't have after you said that. And it's as simple as that. It's just not something you do. Well, Nathan Oakley, you know, at the beginning of every single one of his shows, he just tells people that there's super chats and stuff. Do that if you want, but I don't think even Nathan Oakley, who is the most detestable person I've ever spoken to, stops his shows to go, why is no one super chatting me? You know, it's just, oh, dude, it was really bad.
Yeah.
But Ranty, do you want to come in? We'll have a chat with you. Whilst you're deciding if you want to come in, I'm going to read some of my super chats that I've got, and I want to say to everyone that has super chatted that thank you so much for your support. I couldn't keep doing this without you, obviously, but it's not the reason I do this. I do this because I love entertaining you guys, and I love attacking stupidity and bad science, or, you know, people that are denying science. I love attacking it, and I love doing it for you guys, and I'm going to keep doing it whether you guys pay me or not. But thank you very much for the financial support. I've passed 200 members, and that's fucking incredible. But obviously, I know not everyone can support me financially, and the best way that you're able to support this channel is to actually share my stuff on social media. Facebook, Twitter, apparently something called MySpace and Bebo. That maybe try them, I'm not sure. What was that, Karen, social media we found the other day, team?
The what?
The Karen social media we found.
The Karen social media?
Yeah, from the Freedom to Breathe people. Remember they had their own fucking Facebook thing.
Yeah. I can't remember it off the top. I know what you're talking about now, but I can't remember what the name of it was. It was like a God damn. It had a weird name to it. I can't think of it, but yes, it was one of those like, oh, if you need a place to express your hateful beliefs, and we'll provide the racist platform for you.
Right, so Ranty, do you want to come on? Let me know. And he says, you said it, you couldn't run your show without support. We agree, right? Well, obviously that I wouldn't be able to have it the way it is without support.
100%. Yeah. Let's agree there, Ranty. Okay, let's agree. We both need support to be able to do what we do. Okay. Now let's look at how me and Fight the Flat Earth go about getting it versus how you go about getting it. Now, if we're all in the same boat here, okay, and the only difference is each one of our individual shows, then we can learn from each other's shows. Like, you could look over here and see what the difference is between my show and Fight the Flat Earth show. See what works for you and grow off of something like that. I'm going to tell you something. You having 50 people on your panel screaming at each other is not entertainment. Okay, it's not entertaining. Nobody's going to give support.
Spreely,
for that. They'll give support because Spreely, exactly.
Share me on Spreely.
But yeah, come on, Ranty. You just come on top here. Let's talk about it. Us having to respond to you in the chat is not going to work because there's a slight delay between you asking a question or making a statement and us responding to it. So come on here. We'll have a talk. If not, I do wish you the best of luck. Like I said.
Yeah.
I really, really hope you actually get out there and you make observations. That is the only thing that any one of us on either side of this argument can do. Because the truth of the matter is I'm not going to space, you're not going to space. We only have, if we're the ones that are presenting observation, then it must be done from here on the ground. And you make observations. So that is the only reason why I, to some extent, support what you do.
Right, Ranty, I'm sending you a link to the Zoom call that I've got open. I'd like you to come in and chat about this, all right? Because you are right. Obviously, we can't do this without support. But maybe that's showing that you're on the wrong side of things.
No, fuck that. Fuck that. The bad guys can always have more money. Never believe that. Never, ever believe that. What you should believe is that, Ranty, you are on the wrong side. That is correct as far as when it comes to the objective truth. You are on the wrong side. But money should never influence you. It should be you understanding your truth and standing behind behind something that you truly believe in. I truly believe in my assertion that the Earth is a globe. I truly believe in that, and I'm willing to stand up against flat earthers, concave earthers, hollow earthers, all these other earthers, flat Martians, Flartians, flat Marsers, whatever the fuck you want to. We're having a vote on it right now. Whatever you want to call them.
I say flat Marsers.
I like Flartians.
Flartians is cool though. You're right.
That'll be the gang of flat Marsers.
Right. So I'm going to read the super chats. Yeah. Obviously, we couldn't do this without the support, not to the level that I do it and support, my entire life with it like this. But again, I've been on YouTube way less than you have, Ranty, and I've managed to gain this audience that want to support me. Maybe that shows that I'm doing something that they want to watch. Just saying. And, Nathan Oakley makes enough money to do it as a living. I mean, I wish he wouldn't, but some flat earthers do. Okay, Robert Williams for $1.99 says $2 worth of Ranty's tears. Thank you very much. I will enjoy Ranty's tears. Jess for $2, you need to watch the hand next time in that armbar. What? I like him being in the armbar by this woman. That's fun. Kyle Broster for $4.99. Oh man, if you didn't do it, it means it's false. Another one of these morons. Yeah, RighttheHand is a moron that came on, said nothing and ran away. He gets added to the rage quit counter for the year. Definitely. Gary Little for $5. I submit LIGO, 290-degree multi-kilometer tubes that are absolutely horizontal, but are 1 to 2 meters above the surface at the end. Yeah, and there's not just one LIGO installation, there is several. And there's other installations similar to LIGO also around the world, which all have the same needs based on their construction. The Earth curves. Gary Little for $5. Oh no, I just read that one. Basic trigonometry for £2. I exist, therefore angels. I can't refute that. Ranty, come on, come in. I've sent you a link, dude. Diabetic War Slug for $20. Thank you very much. Mr. Wrong About Everything. Earth looks flat is proof. A photo shows a curve. Well, that's not you seeing it. Fuck me, this guy is special. Special, yes. Back of the short bus kind of special. Jess for $2. FTFE 2, RighttheHand 0. Jiu-Jitsu Girl 3, RighttheHand 0. Yeah, this is, oh, what's her name? Tyra LaRossa. You know, I'm just going to put that full screen so everyone can see the beauty of Right the Hand getting his ass whooped. Yeah, Tyra LaRossa. I'll tell the story behind that in a minute. Carl Broster for $4.99. You're going to make him tap out? He's used to doing that. Yeah. This guy's a joke, thank you. Robert Williams for $1.99. Right the Hand is more like Flerf the Derp. Jess for $2. FTFE 3. Right the Hand 0. Sidetap 22. Rachy 0. Oh, Rachy. Throwing shade. Let's get a debate between Jess and Rachy going. That would be awesome. Brandon Toy for $4.99. How strong is the ball if you need two loudmouths and constant ridicule to defend it against simple questions? Thank you for your money, Brandon. I do appreciate it. And the ball is perfectly strong all by itself. Us two loudmouths just happen to enjoy defending it because pointing out your stupidity is fucking hilarious. Elmer Bennick for €1 with no message. Thank you very much. Jess for $2. Another point for FTFE 4. Right the Hand 0. That's cool, Ranty. No worries. Ranty says that he's been on a few times. We've taken some painkillers, right? And I understand, Ranty. Honestly, content creator to content creator here. I fully respect that. I am on a lot of painkillers all the time. I understand what being in agony is like, and I absolutely understand if you are in too much pain to come on. I will never hold that against you or anyone that suffers. Being in chronic pain is hell that I would not wish on my worst enemy. Or maybe Right the Hand.
And I'll tell you like this, Ranty. I'll tell you like this. We don't even have to do it live, man. If you want to sit back and have a conversation, just a conversation. I'm not saying that I'm better than you or that Fight's better than you. We could all learn something from each other. So if you ever want to have that conversation offline, just me, you, and Fight the Flat Earth, me and you and Fight the Flat Earth, it doesn't matter. Just hit us up. We're good. We'll talk to you.
And Ranty, are you in my server as well? Because I wouldn't mind you actually being in the server. You'd be an interesting conversation to have. And actually, while we got you here, Ranty, there's one more thing that I want to say. I'm glad you and Sleeping Warrior fell out. Right? I am glad. Because as Flat Earthers go, you're not the worst. Sleeping Warrior is a full-on fucking dick. Like, I want to slap him so bad sometimes. And you are better off without him in your life. He is a bad influence on you and anyone he ever speaks to. So I'm glad that you and Sleeping Warrior fell out. Just saying.
You know, somebody brings up a good fucking point. Pain is a concept like anxiety, Christoph.
Oh my God.
Exactly. Why did Right the Hand tap out? He can't say it was pain. Pain's not real. Nope, it's not pain. Pain is only a concept, guys. Pain is not something you can physically hold in your hand. So he cannot tell you that he was in pain. He can't.
No.
By his own definitions. That's why, and anybody that questions why I was getting so pissed off, because I am fucking sick and tired of them saying you're not allowed to use this other evidence because of this reason, and then they turn around and present the same fucking type of evidence, which would, by their own fucking standards, be unpresentable. And they don't see a problem with it. And it pisses me off, and I'm not letting these fucking dipshits fucking get away with it anymore.
No.
When they start saying, you can't use this because you're not a geodesic surveyor. Okay, well then you can't use any photographic observation unless you're a fucking a professional photographer.
Yeah.
And I need degrees and certifications and all that to prove that you're being real, because we can't just accept things that people say anymore.
Could someone in the chat drop the link to my server for Ranty, please? Oh, Clive just did it. Thank you very much. But Ranty, if you're under pain, you've got my sympathy, dude. I'm in chronic pain, my knee and my shoulder, every single day of my life, every second of my life, and it sucks beyond belief. So, you know, I wouldn't wish that on anyone apart from maybe Right the Hand, but, you know. Joey Felcher for $4.99 says, great stream as always. Hope you all have a great day. And yes, that includes the other two brain cells known as Flat Earth. And then Joey Felcher became a new member. Welcome to the Destroyers. Thank you very much. You can use the awesome emoji of Nathan Thompson in jail, Anthony Riley with shit on his head, Team Skeptic attempting to whistle, and also Team Skeptic in a mankini. I'm sorry about that. Please don't hate me. Then we got Spooked for $5 Canadian. My nickname on a Discord is Right the Testicle, named after the man, the myth, the legend. Stringer News 1 for $5. Right the Hand's voice made my headache come right back. Good luck with this goofball. Yeah, I think Right the Hand could be described as migraine incarnate.
Condescending prick.
Yeah. And the thing is, right the Hand isn't a flat earther. And I know this for a fact because I've seen messages where he's like, oh, I'm just trolling everyone. And he is just a troll. He is just an idiot that wants to argue. So I brought him on here to argue with him and point it is stupid. And I think we did it pretty well. Right the Hand is just a piece of shit. Before I go on with the super chats, I'll tell the story behind the video that I'm playing of Right the Hand. So, Right the Hand has been on the internet for a while, even before he became an apparent flat earther. He used to go about just trolling people. And he was on a MMA YouTube channel, and he made the claim in the comments that it is irresponsible to teach women to fight because 99% could beat 99 of men could beat 99% of women no matter what, even without any training. Therefore, it's irresponsible to teach a woman to fight. So, I know it's some of the dumbest shit I have ever fucking heard. And he said,
yeah, for the same reason, I truly believe for the same reasons that women shouldn't be allowed in the military, because when they aim at the enemy, what they don't realize is that their boobs will cause them to be off balance and they'll accidentally shoot their commanding officer. These are scientific facts.
Absolutely.
Please do not debate me on them.
So, and then he said that even if there was a professional MMA fighter, it would still be 80%, 20% in his favor. He's guaranteed to win the fight. Of course, Tara LaRossa, I think she won one of the weight belt world titles in female MMA, took that challenge, was like, come on then, come and fight me. And then fucking destroyed him and made him tap out twice. Yeah, so he's been an internet troll for a long time.
She's a massive person.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to fight her.
She's a massive person. I would not want to fight her. Look at the size of her. I mean, and I'm not insulting
and that's muscle.
her. I'm legitimately saying, yeah, like, she's a dominant human being. To fight somebody like that for anybody would be, you would have to have some kind of fucking exceptional strength or exceptional training to beat her. Like, she's going to take you down. Like, yeah. Gender does not fucking matter. That is a massive human being that can dominate a tiny little prick like him.
Yeah, I mean,
look,
I call you
the little prick.
I call you skinny team, but that guy is fucking just like, man, a strong breeze would snap him.
Video.
Yeah,
yeah, I saw him in your video. He's not doing it. He's way bigger in that video than he is in your Karen video.
I know, he's lost a lot of weight. I think he lives in a trailer park or something now. So
that wouldn't surprise me.
Robert Williams for $1.99 says, why is Mars brighter and bigger now than last year? Because the heliocentric model is correct. Tim Pryor for $5. Seriously, he doesn't understand the difference between an opinion and an explanation. With that, I don't think he is being a po. With that, I think he is that stupid. So, yeah.
No, he's stupid. And he's self-contradicting. Like, the whole time tonight, all I was trying to do was point out his self-contradictions. Like, he says one thing and then contradicts himself when he opens his mouth the next time. You can't do this because you're not a surveyor. But here, let me present evidence based on observations of the sun while I'm not an astronomer or an astrophotographer. Like, if you're going to hold fight to those standards, you must hold yourself to those standards. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, I'm going to step in and say, nope, you're fucking wrong. You're not going to do this.
So
anxiety's not real.
I know, fuck's sake. Gently's channel for £2.
Neither is light. Listen, neither is light by his definition, right? Like, you can't hold light. You can't touch light. You can't grab light. How do you know light exists?
Hey, Ranty, if you're leaving, respect, and I hope that we can have another conversation sometime.
Take care, Randy.
And you know what? I hope you don't quit your YouTube channel and that you can make it work for you. I wouldn't want any creator to have to leave because it's not working or whatever. That sucks, and I hope that you can make it work for you and that you don't leave YouTube because your proof is just the best. So have a good one, Ranty.
And another thing I want to say for Ranty, maybe take the mission statement for your channel, Earth is flat, and replace the very last punctuation mark, replace that exclamation point with a question mark, okay? And instead of taking the approach that the Earth is flat, ask yourself, is the Earth flat? And then when you're done exploring that topic, go on to Ghost. Go on to other conspiracy topics. There's a huge market for people who explore conspiracy theories and crazy ideas. And you have an insight into one of the craziest ideas out there, and that's the flat Earth. I wish you the best of luck.
But the Earth's not flat. Don't be dumb.
Earth's not flat.
Genty's channel for £2 says, this is for Ranty. Nah, I'm keeping it. Aiden's Tech for $2 says, can you explain how a chair works? Well, no, that'd just be my opinion, man, you know. My opinion on a chair is pointless. It's not going to prove anything. Doug Skedding for 500 Japanese yen with no message. Thank you very much. And then Tristan Stevens became, actually, he's upgraded his membership to Destroyers. So thank you very much. I think that's my second highest level. So thank you. Awesome. Yeah, you're the bomb, Tristan. Justin Nil for $5 says, hi, Ranty. Oh, Ranty's gone now, so bye, Ranty. Sleepy Dan for $2. He should change his name to RighttheHand. No, just wrong the foot works. Or just dick. Justin Homan for $5. Concepts don't exist. Therefore religion isn't a thing. Ontology is bullcrap. And metaphysical philosophy is an ancient pipe dream. Okay, lol. Yeah. Flat earthers are dumb.
You know, just looking back at this video, I really wish this woman would have given fucking RighttheHand a quick oil check. You know? Just because I was watching it and she had flipped him over and she had him in such a dominant position that all she had to do was pull her thumb out of her glove, check the oil, put it in her mouth and taste it, make sure that it's fucking right.
Oh
she dominates him so bad.
This is probably the most he's ever been touched by a woman, though.
God, I mean, yeah, I could imagine that.
Maybe that's why he lost. He was getting too excited. He had to tap out in case something else happened.
Fucking Mike Tyson used to talk about he'd get erections during fights and shit, man.
Yeah.
He couldn't understand why he was getting them. He thought something was wrong with him. He thought he was just fucking such a badass that his blood starts pumping everywhere. He gets fucking hard on.
I don't want to fight Mike Tyson either. I like my ears.
Yeah, that's another thing I wouldn't fight.
Aslan for $5 Australian says, I want to introduce him to my former teacher, good old Russian military lady. She would probably snap his poor neck by accident. We can dream. Commander Darklight for $20 Australian says, speaking of support, thank you very much. And Commander Darklight, I hope that you are feeling better. I know that you were poorly recently, and I sincerely hope that you're doing better, dude. Rachel Daniels for $5 Australian says, hello, Ranty. And Rampant for 1,000 claps for the Ranty High Five Foundation.
Yes, high fives.
Only Sheeple can't see for $5 New Zealand dollars. Team Skeptic, awesome speech to Ranty. This is not the easiest time to have spare money for a modelless theory. Absolutely.
Yeah. And here's the other thing. We don't know what's going to happen in the future. So the people who live in the moment are some of the, have some of the most erratic lifestyles and some of the most, where they ride the line of poverty because they're so erratic. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you have money and you want to spend it, spend it. You can't take your money to heaven with you, right? I mean, you can't take it to hell either. So you might as well, have fun with it and give whatever's left over to your kids. But responsibly speaking, there's a lot of people out there who have cut back on their spending because they're preparing for something a future that they just don't have a perfect grasp on right now. So, yeah, you're right. It's, for people that can support and still do, thank you so much. We truly appreciate that. Yeah. And for those that can't, and for someone, let's say, says, oh, I used to support or I want to keep supporting, but I just can't right now because of, I have to prepare for a fucked up future. Like Fight said, go piss off a flat earther. Share this video in a flat earth group, whether it be on Reddit or Instagram or Facebook or wherever the fuck it is, or go to an anti-masker and take one of my videos. Go say, hey, what about this guy? He kind of makes y'all look dumb. Hey, you know what? You just fucking supported the channel without having to do anything else, just by sharing the video.
And there is actually one other way that you guys can help support the channel, and Team's channel as well, is find us opponents. I spend hours every day trolling Facebook and Reddit and Twitter, trying to get new flat earthers to debate. But I really would like to debate some anti-maskers. So I've got a mission for any guys who want to support me and can't do it financially. Find me and Team some anti-maskers to debate. I would absolutely love to debate a few anti-maskers on Team's channel and on my channel. So if you guys know any anti-maskers that are up for debate, please let me and Team know, because we love debating Flat Earth. They're fucking idiots. but the anti-maskers are dangerous team-killing fucktards, and we want to challenge those people hard. So if you know any anti-maskers that want to debate, please come and let me and team know, and we will do it for you. Isn't that right, team?
Oh, yeah. And a good question from Carrie Oliver. Can you give us more info about your guys' podcast, like where to find it, if it's a thing?
Yes.
It actually, okay, so the actual podcast is in the, we're going to have that up probably by next week on podcast outlets, okay? Currently, you can find us on Science or Satire, on our channel Science or Satire, where we do the podcast live.
Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at the moment.
Yeah, at the moment we're doing it Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We started at noon Central, but we may change that up just a bit. We may move it up a little bit to maybe 1 or 2 Central, depending on some scheduling, some family scheduling stuff.
Yeah.
So, but for the time being, we've had 3 great shows. We had 2 just shows where it was me and Fight, and then we had Conspiracy Cats on Friday. It was fucking hilarious. So definitely go check us out. You won't be disappointed. If you're a podcast listener, that's going to be our main thing. Like, we're going to put a lot of effort into the podcast and growing it to something that's absolutely fucking huge.
Yeah.
So definitely go over there and find the channel, and we'll keep you guys informed on where you can find the podcast when it's available.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to growing that podcast. I really am. All right, so next one is the Elmix, €5. Fucking getting it all wrong. This is for Team Skeptic's art classes. He needs a lot more than that. Sorry. I've got to say, I find that insulting that you've only super chatted me €5. I think that should have been at least a €20 super chat for Team's art classes. Please try and think that I can't do this without... No, I'm kidding. Obviously, I'm doing a ranty. Thank you very much for the super chat. Brainy Beaver.
I think you're missing... You think that they're donating money for me to go to art class, but that's not it at all. They're donating money for you to attend my art class.
Then we got Brainy Beaver, another amazing content creator who will be on our podcast on Monday. For $2 Canadian says FTFE must have got like 90 super chats. Poor Ranty. I have had quite a few, so thank you guys. Stringer News 1 for $5 says this super chat is for Ranty. Tough, I'm keeping it. Glass Monster for $2 Canadian says I only super chat if I want to. Don't ask for money. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Titanic Terrarium for 5. I'm going to say that's Sega Genesis dollars. What's up, team in FTFE? What have I missed? Did the Flat Earther show up? Yes, and he got absolutely ruined. Thank you very much. The Plot Hole for $2 says, here's my shillings, cheers. Please go and subscribe to The Plot Hole. He's about 250 U-boats away from 1,000k. BT Dubs for $5 Canadian says, if you aren't getting support, you need to look at yourself, not blame others. There are reasons Team and Fight are getting much deserved support. Yeah, I think we entertain, and I love doing it. BT Dubs for another $5 Canadian says, I just want to say this community is awesome. I really enjoy the debates and chatting with everyone. You all are hilarious and genuinely awesome people. No, you are the genuinely awesome people. Thank you very much for watching. Then we've got Only Sheeple Can't See for $5 New Zealand dollars. This super chat was because I was blocked on Ranty's channel by Trigger Happy Mods, possibly Globebusters. Thanks, Bob. FTFE and Team Skeptic. Yeah, thanks, Bob, for getting me a super chat. Cheers. Nerthan Termpson for $1.99 Australian with a heart sticker, thank you. And then we got a new member, welcome to Scrappers, Moss Stalker. You get to use the awesome emojis of Nathan Thompson in jail, a dumpster fire, and thanks Bob, and the less awesome emojis of Team Skeptic in a mankini and Team Skeptic trying
I want to update. I want to update members out there on one of YouTube's new things. Before, you could only use those emojis in the live streams, but they have now opened them up so that you can now use them in comments.
Yeah.
Not that it's a big deal, but as members, I would like to go ahead and just let you guys know that y'all do have that ability now. Now, hey, I would like to address not your last super chat that came in, but the one right before that from Moorestalker 37 for £2. It says new to this, but have some money. I want to just let you know, Moorestalker, that all super chat cherries are to be popped on my stream. Okay? So if this is your first super chat, and for anybody else out there that's thinking about their first super chat ever, I pop cherries on my channel, so you should hold off. Just kidding. Thank you for the super chat. We both love you.
Hapax Lego says that T-jump is an anti-masker. I thought T-jump was on the side of science. If T-jump is an anti-masker, please somebody get him to debate me on my channel.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'll debate him too.
Yeah. Oh my god. He's really an anti-masker.
Being an anti-flat earther is like a comedy. You know, how good are you at comedy? Being an anti-masker is like, you know, being somebody who's actively dangerous to society. Fuck that.
Oh no, they said it's not T-jump, it's Conspiracy Castle.
Oh.
All right, well, find Conspiracy Castle for me, and I will debate him, or Team will debate him, or I'll debate him on Team's channel, or Team will debate on my channel, something.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, anything. We'll debate them.
Christopher Hugan for $5 Australian says, because I miss so many live streams, don't shout at me. You mean you're not here for every fucking one? Why am I even doing this, for fuck's sake? That's it, team, I'm going.
Sorry, I had to turn my mic down and yell real quick.
Thank you very much, dude. Then we've got... Oh, God, it's jumped on me. Stringer News 1 for $5. How to succeed in business. Lesson 1. Sell something that people are buying. Nobody's buying Flat Earth. Absolutely. More stalker.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
More Stalker 37 for £2 says, new to this, but have some money. Thank you very much. I do appreciate having your super chat, Cherry. Titanic Terrarium for $5 Sega Genesis dollars. Lol, every time. It's Singapore dollars on the equator. No, I'm sticking with Sega Genesis dollars. That sounds way cooler. J.L. Warren for $4.99 says, best of luck on the podcast, gents. It's great stuff and an awesome stream tonight, FTFE and team. J.L. Warren is another podcast you guys should check out. His channel, Week in Horror. They do regular podcasts over there. And he's been giving me a lot of advice. Yeah, definitely. Then we got 3 Jemmy for $5. Dr. Rashid A. Butter needs debating. Well, get him to contact me. Esteban Ilabaca for 1,000 claps. I was also blocked by Bob on Ranties. Thanks, Bob. Yeah.
I want the next
Thanks,
one.
Bob.
I want the next one. I want the next super chat.
You want the
Fatal
next one?
Gravity for $2. Fatal Gravity for $2. First super chat. Sorry, team. First off, no, don't get all emotionally attached to that liar. That's Fatal Gravity. He's been around for years. And he's fatal. That's not his first super chat. He's lying to troll. But we love you, Fatal Gravity. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. John Cromer for $5. Finally here for a live stream. Thanks for entertainment, guys. Well, thank you for supporting me by watching the channel and all the stuff that you do. It's awesome. Zoom's just shut. That's good. And then the last super chat is from Rampant, who I had a debate with recently. He's a decent guy. We debated about the supernatural stuff. That was maybe a month ago on Monday Night Debates. I really enjoyed that conversation, Rampant. Thank you very much. For 1,000 claps, he says, I gave Ranty's live stream a try. It's boring and messy. That was my point to Ranty. Be entertaining. You know, yeah, it looks nice, the setup you've got, the Ranty Round Table and everything. It's a cool name. But your shows are literally just 50 guys shouting at each other with no real moderation or, you know, it's not entertaining. Ranty, you're not entertaining enough. Be entertaining and people will super chat you more. But that has been a fantastic show tonight. I have had a great time. Coming up on Monday, I'll be debating Rad Vlad on Monday Night Debates. But tomorrow on Team Skeptics channel, we have a new Flerfer on the scene. His name is Sean Isaacs and wants to debate Team. Says that we are bullies and the Earth is flat because there's not a unified field theory.
Oh, I'm a bully. Yeah, that's funny. I'm still perplexed as to how he's trying to tie the Earth being flat with the unified field theory. Like the absence of the unified field theory. I don't understand. Like
I think his argument is basically, well, if science doesn't have all the answers, therefore it's wrong.
But then how would that make him right?
Oh, because science is wrong, therefore the flat Earth's right.
But yeah. Okay, so that's
that's it. That's his logic, Team. That's as far as it goes.
So when he says that, then I guess my next question to him should say, "Oh, so you guys have a unified field theory? What is it?"
Yeah.
Because Because
Exactly.
I'm going to say that. I'm going to say that the moment he says that we can't, that science is wrong because there is no unified field theory, and he says that, damn, my dog just barked or yelped. But the moment that he says, oh, but so it's flat, I'm like, well, what's your unified field theory?
Yeah.
You gotta, I mean, you can't have it both ways. That's the thing. RighttheHand couldn't have it both ways. He's not going to be able to have it both ways.
Absolutely. So yeah, a couple of debates coming up. Looking forward to those. I will have my new video out, which is this one, probably Tuesday if me and Brainy Beaver get sorted. Maybe a little later, we'll see. Honestly, guys, I've been struggling with pain and not sleeping much lately, so I've struggled to make videos. But I'll be getting a couple out in the next 10 or 12 days. So yeah, look forward to that. Nathan Oakley said he's going to put his balls in my mouth 33 times. Amazing. And then
Illuminati confirmed.
Yes. And then next Sunday is a debate on teams that I'm really looking forward to. Gleam is going to be coming to debate team about ether and missing galaxy rotation spin and all the stuff that he constantly spouts in the chat. And I'm going to moderate that. I'm really looking forward to that on Team's channel next week. So yeah, a lot to look forward to. And Team, you've also got a couple more videos on the way, right?
Yeah, I have a flat Earth video I'm doing. I haven't done a flat Earth video in a while, and I always look out for it. I mean, people ask me, "Oh, so you're done with the flat Earth? I can't be your friend no more." No, I'm not done with the flat Earth.
No, never
flat
done
Earth
with
is
it.
just stupid, man. It's so dumb, and it's so like I know we can say yes, there's an inherent danger. There's the inherent danger in flat Earth is this right here. They promote anti-education. That's it. Like, what harm is it for a person to say that the Earth is flat? The Mad Mike situation is such an anomaly. Mad Mike was using the flat Earth to promote his own self, not truly the danger of believing the Earth is flat. Believing the Earth is flat is only dangerous if you tell people you believe it, because then people will think you're fucking crazy. There's no real fucking harm there. The only harm is the anti-education rhetoric when they say, you shouldn't go to college because college is there to indoctrinate you. No, it's not. College is there to teach you a higher level of education. It's the only way for you to understand things like the unified field theory and what it truly means and why it truly doesn't exist yet. I mean, there's no way you can speak on those topics. I mean, I guess there's a fucking 1 in a trillion chance, but you're not just going to find the average uneducated fucking high school dropout talking about general relativity and special relativity on an educated level. So there's no way, like, that's the only real danger with flat Earth. The real danger out there right now are these anti-maskers, because it's not like 1% of 1% of 1% of the entire population of the world is an anti-masker. It's like 50%. These people are dangerous, and they're pushing this dangerous rhetoric. And to me, if I'm going to spend time on the internet and I'm going to spend time trying to make the world a better place, trying to rid the world of people like RighttheHand, at least make them feel so stupid they don't want to post on the internet anymore. If I'm going to put forth the energy and the effort and the resources, I'm going to focus on what's dangerous, and that's anti-maskers.
Yeah, I like it. But we will never forget about the stupid that is flat Earth.
Never, ever.
No. Couple of announcements. Obviously, a lot of you know my wife has launched a new YouTube channel recently, Emma Reads Reddit, daily content at 2 p.m. UK, where she reads Reddit. If the mods would be good enough to chuck the link to that in the description, she's nearly at 700 subs. We'll have her monetized within a month, I reckon. So also, I have some new merch out. Say no to Flat Earth top. Link to that is in the chat if you want to grab yourself a decent new top. There's the link there. Couple more super chats, then we'll be out of here. Diabetic War Slug for $5. FTFE, don't forget to shout out Emma Reads Reddit. Just did. Please go and subscribe to... No, not please. Fucking go and subscribe to my wife right now. BT Dubs for $5 Canadian says, I meant the community. Everyone in the live chat is awesome. You're so vain. No kidding. Don't worry. You and team are almost as awesome as them. Yeah, I know we're second to the community, obviously. The chat's the real MVP. Carrie Oliver for $33.33 says, can't wait for the podcast. Great new direction, guys. Well, you can check out the first 3 episodes right now on Science or Satire channel. Dan Robinson for £2 says, like the unified Flerf theory, they don't have any theories. And J.O. Warren, last one, for $1.99 says, so you're telling me there's a chance? There's always a chance. I've had great fun tonight. Team, thank you very much, as always, for being the amazing partner that you are. I genuinely love doing these streams with you. Thank you very much to everybody watching. I hope you've had a great time. Join us tomorrow on Team Skeptics channel. And then over the next week, there's a bunch of new content coming out. Go and subscribe to MM Reads Reddit. Get yourself some new merch if you like. And remember, stupidity is not a right. Fight the flat earth. Fight the flat. Fight the flat. Fight the